a little video tour of, close up. Oh my gosh. Wow, never mind. Whatever, who cares? Of everything that is Positivity Party. Let me just quickly go over. Well, actually, we'll get to it. So, don't need to save that. That's irrelevant. This server was a template that I got online, so the credit to the person who made it is there. Events, this is if we're setting anything up coming up, it will be displayed here, which we do have something coming up at the time of recording this, which will be announced soon. Browse channels, I actually haven't looked at this, but if you go to this, you will be able to kind of set it up to however you want it to look. So if you click this, it'll show up on this. And if you unclick it, it won't. Oh, I don't know what I just did. Oh, I messed up. Okay. Okay. So hang on, let me just, yeah, you can hit follow category and it'll just follow. It'll just make all of the channels there show up for you. See, I live on this like app and website and I don't even know this is like a new feature, but yeah, so that's how you customize, because there's a lot going on here clearly, and that can be really overwhelming. So yeah, and also if you're not seeing some channels that keep getting talked about, it might be because this is a default. Like for some reason Discord like will have some channels just unclicked, so you might need to go in here and click ones to see them. Anyway, this is irrelevant. This is just to let me and other mods and just everyone kind of see what, like how many people are here, how many bots, things like that. This is mod stuff. And then server guidance. So this video might be long because I'm going to go through every single channel and what it does. So join log, this just tells me who is here and who is left. So if you are joining, something important is you are not going to be able to see all of these things because we do require a verification just to make sure that that we know who is here and why they're here. You know, so whenever it says, please head to the verify channel to get your server access, and this is where like the browse channel, you might have to go there and click verify for it to show up. So, and if I wake up and there hasn't been like 50 people who joined, I'll try to like tell those who have not verified yet to verify. But that's not always possible. Anyway, so I'm going to skip rulebook for now and go to verify. So whenever you do that, please complete the form below to verify and gain access to the server. I am not going, actually I could probably open it. Okay, so that's gonna load. It's 4 questions, super simple. Why do you want to join? Because we want to know, you know, what your intentions are. Have you read and understood our code of conduct and privacy policy? This is very important, and whenever I say have you read and understood, you'll see I'm not just talking about the graphics with 4 rules on them. I mean like opening the Google Doc and reading the whole thing, and that's very important because sensitive topics are discussed here, and people sometimes are sharing very sensitive and private information, and we expect that to remain here. And we list the consequences of that being used against people, which can sometimes lead to legal action, not on our part, but we do work with a resource who investigates for us and will take that route if necessary. So if you click yes, that's like your agreement. It's sort of a contractual agreement. I understand that minors cannot agree to contracts, but it's like this is what like you're agreeing to. How did you find out about us? This is sort of a marketing thing. I just would like to know where people are coming from. What do you hope to contribute? Obviously, this is a community, and we like to have people like bringing things in as well as taking things from this community. I really believe in mutual aid, and ideally this becomes a mutual aid project. So then finally, do you have any questions or concerns? If you do have any that you list here, we will open a private channel or ticket if for some reason we run out of channel space, because Discord does only give you more than that, 500, I don't know, something, a limited amount of channels. Then we'll just open a private group chat DM with you and talk about those to make sure that you have all the information that you feel you need to feel comfortable and safe and enjoy your experience. So, that being said, we'll go to the rulebook. I made all these pretty graphics. Yeah, so the basic summary of the rules: be kind and respectful, no spam or self-promo. You'll notice this little asterisk, and you'll see that we do have self-promotion channels. So yeah, follow Discord's terms of service, and you should read the rulebook for more details. We also have a code of conduct. Please respect the moderation decisions. There are a lot of us. This is not even all of us. Some of them are not online. And so there's a lot of thought that goes into the decisions that we make. And if you go into the rule book, you'll see, I'm not going to go over the rule book, but you'll see that we don't really like punitive justice. We try to make disciplinary decisions based on a more restorative justice approach. So basically what I'm trying to say is we try to respect those in our community, and so we expect respect back. Please report violations, because like if you're seeing someone who is victimized, feels like a really harsh word, but you know, in the context of the internet and the conversation that I've had that inspired this video to get made, victimization kind of is an inaccurate word. So situations like that, you know, people might be too afraid to speak up. So it's important that we sometimes give a voice to those who maybe cannot use their own. And that's how we keep this space safe, which is the goal. Take accountability. You know, like, we're human, we're going to mess up sometimes. It's what we do. But if we don't own up to it, then we can't learn from it. We can't get better. We can't heal the harm that's been done. And it's okay to, like, okay, I was about to say something that was not going to sound right. It's okay to mess up. And no one likes saying that they did something that hurt somebody. But sometimes we have to admit that that's what happened. And you will not be shamed for doing so. Maintain privacy. I am not going to go super, like, I know that I've been, like, monologuing. My dog is chewing on its toy. We have an entire privacy policy that is in this rule book. Please read it. Please, 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 please read it. And it tells us how we protect your privacy, how we expect the community to protect your privacy, and what will be done if the privacy is not protected. The end. I made an edit today. So there are members in our community who, okay, so a ping is whenever someone does that and then click send. And what, actually here, I'll just, okay, so you see how it's like lit up this color that's different than the rest of my screen. That like gives me a notification, or gives whoever a notification. Oh, if you notice this, we get notified whenever anything happens. Anything. So like we see literally everything. If we don't see it in the moment, we'll see it whenever we get online. So yeah, that gives someone a notification. It shows up as this little red thing, and that can be anxiety inducing, like to panic attack levels for some people. It can just be annoying, it can be obnoxious, and so that's what this is about. And a reply ping is if you do, okay, this is gonna look different. Okay, hang on, I'm the only one who's spoken there, so let me, it's if you go reply, there. So the way to turn this off, click that. And then this will not ping him. That means he won't get a notification. He'll see it whenever he opens up the server. Yeah, so that is another rule. We made, as you can see, a role. So you can see if someone is online that they don't want to be reply pinged, you can see them here. A lot of people who are neurodivergent struggle with the reply pings. So that is very important to remember, especially considering Discord is a space where people who are neurodivergent do find a lot of safety in. And so if someone does not like to be pinged and they're offline, however, and you're thinking about replying to them, you won't see them. So you would click on them and just look at their roles, and this one will always be at the top. So there it is. And so you just want to like, and if they don't mind being reply pinged, there just won't be a role, so you're good too. Yeah, I know I spent a lot of time on that. It's really important. Yeah, so this is like gonna be really in depth. So skip around if you want, but yes. You can also always just ask someone without replying, just, hey, like, do you mind if I ping you? And also we have an intros channel where I edited the template to have people include if they're okay with it or not. So you can check their intro as well. And eventually, like once you hang out, you'll start to remember just naturally. Anyway, moving on, help requests. This is if you need anything at all that you want to talk about in private. Really, this is kind of repetitive because you can also just DM this bot. And to do that, you would click it, you would type your message. This is going to show my DM. That's okay. Okay, see, okay, so I don't want to send it to Zeroviver, all in the game. I want to send it to a different server, so I would click this. It's loading. All right, let's see. I have all of these different servers, and it's loading, it's loading, it's loading. I want Positivity Party, so I click 8. Oh, well, that's useful to know. Anyway, you would, it would walk you through the process, so basically. Anyway, wow, I did not know that. Okay, so you could do that, or you could just click this button and it'll open up a channel like under here, and that will give you a private space to talk to the moderation team about anything that you need, that you're concerned about, questions, event ideas, things like that. Next, tone tags, tone indicators. These are very, 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 sorry, I have OCD, and so one of my compulsions is to check reactions every time I see them. So yeah, or if it's like a certain number. So just a heads up, if you see me doing that a lot, that's fine. Okay, so I'm not gonna go super over these, but like tone indicators are super, 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 super prevalent in online spaces, certain online spaces, within a certain like demographic, particularly those who are neurodivergent, and particularly those who are young people, and so particularly young neurodivergent people. But basically, tone indicators are shorthand for words used to convey tone. This, unfortunately, you cannot see very well, but, oh, easy, I can open it. Here we go. So they're just slash letters at the end of a sentence to kind of say, like, if a sentence is, here's the thing, like, you don't usually use them after everything that you say. You can. That's not typically how I've seen them used, but it doesn't mean that it wouldn't be useful in that context. I've seen it more so used in a context where the tone is like difficult to read over text, which is pretty subjective now that I think about it, but anyway. So I personally, like, there are some that are used more than others, like slash SRS is like serious, slash J is used all the time, it means joking, slash GEN, I think actually I only use a lot, but it means genuine, slash LH, lighthearted, slash HJ, half joking, things like that. I use slash T a lot. It means teasing. But I made this, there's a card, which is just a website that explains what they are, frequently asked questions, why they're used, a list of them, things like that. This is just something that I personally am trying to make happen, and it's just typing out the tone in parentheses at the end, because it's not limited to those on the list. You don't have to memorize anything. It's straight to the point. But that's just, you don't have to do that. So yeah, we encourage the use of tone tags and tone indicators. Mission statement. So our mission statement at Positivity Party, our mission is to create a warm and welcoming safe space that embraces vulnerability, fosters meaningful connections, and celebrates the power of empathy and understanding. We are not just a server, we are a community built on a foundation of kindness, respect, and personal growth. Our purpose is that we believe that by providing a safe and supportive space, we can encourage open discussions on feelings, emotions, and perspectives. Through thoughtful engagement and active participation, our members will discover the strength and vulnerability and the beauty of shared experiences. So yeah, this, most servers on Discord don't have mission statements, but I want this to be bigger than a Discord server. I don't know what I mean by that, but I feel like it's bigger. And so I thought it was important to have a mission statement. Table of contents. I need to get this done. But essentially, this is going to lay out every channel and a brief description of what it is. I can actually show you what it might look like. This is a different server, a survivor-oriented game server that I created, and I have one here. So this is what a table of contents will look like once I complete it. our ad, this is just our ad. You can copy and paste it and share it from this channel. You can screenshot it. Yeah. Booster perks. So Discord has this thing where you can quote unquote boost different servers. If you get the more expensive, the $10.99 or $9.99 Nitro, then you get 2 boosts a month, or you can buy them like a la carte. So what boosts do are you can reach levels. There are 3 levels. Each level gives you different perks. I don't remember the perks for each one, I'm gonna be honest. I know the 3rd level is like you get like tons of like emoji space and sticker space and a higher like upload rate, like file size, and oh, you get your own like invite link name. So instead of like the invite link being like discord.gg/ a bunch of numbers and letters, it would be discord.gg/ positivity party, or whatever we decide to make it. So it'd be nice to reach level 3. I'll be honest, it's not my priority. Like I don't care that much about it, but it is also a nice way to, if you want to like give to the server or any server because you just appreciate it, this is a really good way to do so, to show that support. So we have a list of perks for those who would like to boost the server. You get a special role that would show up on the side called Booster. We will let you choose whatever color you want if you are the first one. You get access to a premium advertising channel, which includes a ping. Like we have a ping for like premium ads and partnerships, so you would get a ping for that, and that would ping everyone who has that role picked up to be notified, whereas other ads don't. You get an exclusive emoji, so whatever sort of emoji that is appropriate. We are 13 plus. You would get one of those. Early event access. We are new, so we are still kind of rolling things out, but eventually we want to have like regular events, like if you watch Jubilee, if you watch Cut, like those sorts of segments we want to bring to a Discord setting, an interactive setting. And so you will get to see what we have planned early. You will get to sign up early. You get to have a say in the process, things like that. Special shout out. Yep, we'll shout you out, basically, in a custom role color. Yes. So like I said, whatever color you want your role to be. Oh, actually, yeah, no, the exclusive role is going to be separate. You can choose whatever role color you want. Okay, roles. This one might be a little long because this one is very important. So once you get verified, you're going to want to go to this channel. Because as it says, channels are only accessible if you have the corresponding role. This is not true of all, but it is true of most. So I will start at the top. Role colors, these just, you can see how we all have different roles. Colored names, that is all it does. Changes the color of your name, because the original one is kind of ugly. Not ugly, it's just a little bland. It's kind of like a yellowish, like, but very, very, very pale. These aren't great. So if anyone has any suggestions, go ahead and drop them in this channel. Yeah, so pronouns. I tried to be as inclusive as I could. Keep in mind that Discord also limits the amount of roles that you are allowed to make. So I couldn't include the more popular popular, I don't know if that's the right word to use, but the more common neopronouns individually. But I try to be inclusive of most pronouns. And so you can mix and match as you feel is best to identify yourself with. I highly encourage picking up pronoun roles because we don't want to misgender anyone. Age roles. This is also very important. We really don't want to not know how old someone is. That can really get people into trouble. It can be a dangerous situation potentially, but we also can't force anyone to. If you pick up the over 18 role, you must be over 18. And if we have a reason to believe you are not, we will ask you to prove it. And if you don't, that's fine. You're allowed to say no, but we are also allowed to make you leave. I know that doesn't sound fair, but having someone under 18 have access to a space that is meant for adults only isn't cool in the real world. It's not cool online either. So likewise, if you're under 18, you also, I don't know if I actually mentioned this for the other one, both of these get access to their own channel, their own chat for either minors or either for adults. So their own space away from each other where they can talk about minor things or where they can talk about adult things with other minors or with other adults. So that is really cool in my opinion. Yeah, and honestly, same thing. If you, well, no, that sounds, never mind. Yeah, I don't know. If there's reason to believe that someone is saying that they're under 18 and they're not, we will investigate it. I don't know what that investigation will look like, but we will investigate it. Trust me. Okay, channel access. So we have technically 5 categories that are only accessible through roles. So the first one are general discussion channels. Well, I guess they're not general, they're more specific, but so you would pick up this role. Wow, this is an awful setup, but we vibe. You would pick up this one to get channel discussion channel access. And that gives you a bunch of channels that have a bunch of discussions going on. Daily activities. These are things that you'll see that are like question of the day, journaling, kindness challenge, affirmations, things like that. Weekly and monthly activities. Nothing is there right now. However, we have been talking about a book club monthly, a film club weekly. We've been talking about like short-term competition style things like that. Long-term activities. These will be, okay, so most of the moderation team comes from like the side of Discord that is like simulation survivor, simulation big brother. So we're thinking, whenever we say long-term, we're thinking things like that, but based around positivity. So that is what we were thinking, but there's nothing there yet. Mod personal channel updates. Sylvie, Nicole, and Silver are 3 of our mods. They requested just personal channels where they can kind of ramble, rant, talk, update about their lives, use as just channels to talk in. And so that's what I gave them. And if you want to be notified whenever they post, they will ping these roles and you can get notified by clicking these. Status on receiving DMs. So DMs are direct messages. They're private messages. They are these, the tons that I don't have answered. And so open to DMs means that it's fine for anyone to DM you. That's cool. That's fine. You won't be upset. Closed to DMs means do not DM you. You are not okay with that. Don't do it. Ask to DM means in the server, say, hey, is it all right if I send you a message? That's it. If you happen to pick up the close to DMs role and you get a message from someone who is in the server, like they found you through the server, I can't show you an example because I don't know what kind of conversations I've been having, and I also don't want to just like expose my DMs with people without their consent. But it'll tell you at the top what servers you have in common with people, and likely this will be the only one. So that's how you'll know. If so, if that happens, tell us, and we will make sure that it does not happen again. Reply pings. Pick up this role if you're not comfortable being reply pinged. That's this role, the one that I mentioned earlier. About me roles. We have LGBTQ+, we have mental health professional, and we have neurodivergent. If there are any other roles that you can think of that you'd like, let us know. Now, what is special about these About Me roles are that these open up specific channels that are specific, similar to the age ones, specific to individuals who have these sort of identities. So it's all LGBTQ+ people, identified people have a channel where they can just talk. All mental health professionals. And if you're a mental health professional and you're like a student studying to be one, you can pick up this role. That's cool. They all get a channel to talk, and then all neurodivergent people have their own channel to talk. Activity pings. So these are the fun little things that we do around the server. Deep question of the day, which you'll see an example of soon. That is a question of the day that is asked every single day, and it is just a more insightful, introspective, reflective sort of question. And we have fun question of the day. This is lighthearted, not so serious, silly, easy to think of. Check-in, which I didn't do today. Oh my gosh. Okay. Check-in is every day. We just do a check-in. I try to mix it up. I try to do one that's always like, how are you feeling? Or like, how was your day? And then I ask some sort of reflective question, and a pretty simple one, a pretty basic one. And that's just a check-in, so we can all end our days reflecting and closing it out that way. Journaling is, I post a journal prompt every day. We have a community journal. You can choose to share your journal entry some days. You can choose to not share some days. You can choose to never share. You can choose to always share. It's up to you. You don't have to do them every day. You don't have to do them ever. You can do them every day. It's totally up to you. Daily kindness channel. So sorry, I can't believe it's 2 a.m. Wow. Daily kindness challenge. If you're familiar with random acts of kindness, it's basically I take a random act of kindness and I challenge people to do it, like one of them every day. Yeah. And then affirmations is just an image with an affirmation or a motivational or a positive sort of quote or message or saying, and that's posted whenever I wake up, which is sometimes like 4 p.m., but that's okay. Yeah, and that's it. Game nights to foster a sense of community. We had one earlier. We will get together on a voice chat. You don't have to be in voice chat all the time. And we'll just kind of hang out and play games. And, we could also watch movies. I wasn't sure if that's something that people would be interested in, but I could make it something. Yeah, tons of different games we could play. And then voice chat is if anyone just wants to hang out on voice chat and just kind of talk. And then advice support is if someone is looking for advice and or support. Ping that role. It's pingable by anybody. Please, please, please don't overuse it. Because even people who are not bothered by pings can get overwhelmed if there's like 15 pings in like 10 minutes, you know? So just be mindful, but you can ping that if you need advice or support. All of these are ones that you will get pinged for, so you will be notified when these happen. Almost done. Update pings. Major update. If there is a major thing that has happened, or a bunch of little things have happened at once, I'll ping this, and you'll be notified of what all occurred. Minor ping, this is just like tiny little updates. Like this could have been, this little note could have been a minor update ping, things like that. Event update, this is whenever we start to do like events, like I was talking about, like the Jubilee type things. You'll get, this role will be pinged to let you know that it's going on. Member spotlight is if something happens with a member of the community that should be celebrated. We have a channel where we'll post it, and then we'll ping this role so everyone can celebrate with them. Partnership and premium advertising, that is what I mentioned earlier, where this and this gets pinged. Server decision polls. I will sometimes post polls about things that I'm considering like doing with the server, or adding or taking away, and so I'll post a poll in a specific channel, and then people can vote on it. This is something just to let people know what replied pings are. This is me, mental health. This is something I literally just added. Picking up these interests and hobbies, picking up these roles gives you access to the associated channel specific to the discussion of them. So as of right now, we have gaming, food, art, literally every type of art ever. If you are thinking, is it art? It could be art, it's art. Fitness, true crime / criminology, that is sensitive and not sensationalized. Like, I'm into true crime and criminology, and so I will be there all the time monitoring it, I promise. Philosophy, STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, anime / manga, TV, film, YouTube. So if you don't have the role, you won't see it. If you have the role, you'll see it. And if you don't see an interest that you have that you think others might also be interested in and want to talk about, let us know here and we could add it. Yeah, so that's it for roles. Mod apps, if you're interested at all in being a moderator, just fill out this app. I'm not going to open this one because I don't think it's that important right now. I don't think there's that much interest, which is like fine. What I will mention is you don't have to be 18 plus. Like, we have plenty of like mods who are like minors, and so it's like, if you want to be if you're a minor and you want to be on the mod team, that's fine. Like, you can still apply. Just like be honest about your age, because that is important, because there are certain things that like we won't let you do just because it wouldn't be appropriate. Server suggests, this is if you have a suggestion for anything, if you want an emoji added, if you want a color added, if you think that we should be doing something a different way, if you have an event idea, if you, literally anything that you want to suggest, that you want to change, post it here. And this is how you do it. Here. My Wi-Fi is not the best, so we'll see if it works. Okay, it's not gonna work. But anyway, there we go. Okay, I did the wrong one, but okay. So you would just type in whatever it is that you want to suggest, click enter. I'm not gonna show it, but that's how it works. Partners, these are other servers that we have talked to, vetted, and basically advertise with So we have our ad posted in their server, they have theirs posted in ours. Advertising, this is where people can post. Oh, they can't post, I forgot. Let me change that after. I'll deal with this later. You guys get to see the behind the scenes. Interesting. Sorry. I just realized that because I didn't know that the bot was not working. So anyway, advertising is just if you have anything that you want to advertise, post it here. If you have a YouTube channel, post it there. Music, post it there. If you want to post your psychology today, that's fine for now. I don't know how that will work in the future. We'll see. Premium ads are for me. It's for the mod team and for boosters. This, you can ignore this. This is like not even working. Announcements. This is just where updates will go. As you can see, major event, minor, server polls. Yep. General. This is where most discussion takes place. Most people talk here. Lighthearted chat. Please use serious discussion for more serious chats. I'm going to be honest, sometimes semi-serious discussion does take place here because it's just like you're in the moment. It's hard to switch it. But if something like really like heavy starts to happen, we will like redirect it. With that being said, here's a serious discussion channel. This channel is like general, but for serious topics. Spotlight. This is what I was talking about earlier with the spotlight ping, where we will celebrate. Current events. This is where we'll list all current and upcoming events. These are a few ideas that we want to make happen. The bots channel is where you will do commands. We do have like games, like bots that do games. We have bots that do music, things like that. This is the general VC. VC stands for voice chat. This is where you would join to talk to each other, like a phone call. Serious discussion, same thing. This is a VC, but if you're having serious talks. Okay, let me get a drink. Halfway there. Okay. Intros. So this is where everyone posts their little introduction of a quick little TLDR, which stands for too long didn't read, which is just an internet thing. I made a little template, which you don't have to use. People have been, but you don't have to. And it just lists these things. I find templates and structure very good for me, so that's why I created this. Yep. Recs. You can recommend music, books, shows, movies, TV. Recommend anything you want. We've been just using it for music, but gallery. This is where you post all pictures of anything. Oh my gosh, I didn't see these. Oh, that's my dog. Yeah, pictures of anything, selfies, like a lot of pets. We've been posting a lot of pets. That's me. Yeah, please keep it safe for work. Minors can see this. So, yep. Community playlist. This is something that I created today, and also I'm the only one who have contributed to. That's okay. It's just I created a few different playlists on Spotify that we can all be part of and share music, because I love music so much, and I assume that other people do as much as I do. Funny moments, screenshots of funny things that happen, sweet moments, wholesome moments, screenshots of wholesome moments, Starboard Starboard, so Starboard on Discord is like you react with a star like this. Oh, where I have it right there. To messages that you think, usually that you think are funny, but also things like this that are like really cool, or that you think are like, wow, this stands out. Yeah, see, like that's funny. Yeah, positive sharing. This is just for all like positive things that happen. So far, it's been just like positive things that have happened to people. You can also post like positive quotes, memes, other media. This is the mod channel for Sylvie, mod channel for Nicole, mod channel for Silver. Here are our discussion channels. Here's venting and advice. If you use this channel, please indicate if you'd like advice or if you're just venting. That way people know how to respond or to respond at all. You're allowed to say you can't, you're also allowed to say like, you can give advice, but I don't need it. Or I'm not asking for it necessarily. That's totally fine. But please try to indicate one way or the other. And use trigger warnings. You're allowed to like talk about sensitive things here, but make sure that you use trigger warnings and spoilers. To do a spoiler, you would do 2 of these and 2 at the end. That does this. You can do that. And so you would put TW or trigger warning, ellipses, no. I don't remember what it is, but the 2 dots, and then type what the trigger is, and then type the spoiler thing, and what in your message. Debate hasn't been used, but this is where you can talk about controversial things and debate them. But obviously, we're here with people with differing views, and so we need to be respectful. There's the over 18, which hasn't been used. Under 18 hasn't been used. LGBTQ. Friend Connect. This is a place, since Discord is used by people who sometimes, you know, for me, like I'll get a little vulnerable. Like I'm not in a position in my life right now where I'm able to make friends in real life. So my friends are on Discord. And so this is a place where others in that position, or other people who just want to make friends in any capacity, like can make friends. Skill building, a place to learn, discuss, and share any type of skill. So if you want to learn how to sing, if you want to learn how to code, anything like that, you can say it here, and maybe someone who knows how to do it will be able to help. Mental health, discuss mental health topics. This is not a venting channel. This is just for general discussion of mental health, but still use trigger warnings. Questions. Ask questions that you've been too scared to ask. Honestly, if you want to use this as a general questions, like, hey, how do you do this on Discord? That's fine too. But I was thinking of it in terms of more like, this is a taboo question that might sound wrong, but I don't want to get canceled for asking it because I don't know. Things like that. And that's why I said safe space. Social justice. Yeah, this is for social justice awareness, education, and discussion. I'm a social worker, so social justice is like part of my, wow, I'm forgetting my code, not my code of ethics, my core values, whatever. I'm a social worker, social justice, social worker, yeah. School, work, a place to discuss school and work and get help with things that you need, advice. Not cheating. We're not cheating. If you're in school, trust me, like I was one of you. I work with y'all. Like you aren't cheating. You aren't using this to cheat. I'm so sorry. Like go to ChatGPT. Like this is not what this is for. Neurodivergent, this is the chat for neurodivergent people. This is for, I know it says therapists and mental health professionals, and therapists are mental health professionals. It's to differentiate from this channel. So this is just for the mental health professionals role. These are the new ones that I created, the interest category, which needs a much more fun name. Creativity corner is the art one. That's me loving a poem that someone shared. Here's the true crime one, the gaming one, the fitness one, the reading one, the science one, or the STEM, sorry, the philosophy one, where I make a really stupid joke. And that's not like self-hate, like that's like I recognize that it is not good. This is the TV film YouTube, this is the anime manga, this is the food. Whew, almost done. Here are the daily activities. These are the things that we've mostly been doing since we're new. Fun question of the day. So for example, today's one was, what was the most recent thing that made you laugh really hard? Keep in mind, you will not be able to see these if you do not have the daily activities role. So, we've got a couple other ones. This was not my best, but without saying the category, what are your top 5? Oh, what's your lock screen? And do you usually play as X or O in tic-tac-toe? Deep question of the day. Have you ever started out on one side of an issue and wound up on the other? What influenced that change? What trait do you admire in others but feel you lack within yourself? What's the nicest thing a friend has ever done for you? Originally, honestly, I love We're Not Really Strangers. I'm obsessed. Like I'm addicted to that game. It's like really, 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 really bad. So I was originally just gonna do all We're Not Really Strangers cards, but then I was like, that's not like unique. That's not us. So I started just doing my own. But yeah, is there anyone who's changed your life but does not know it? And so you see, like there's a differing amounts of activity. Daily kindness challenge: do something nice for someone without telling them. Reach out to a former or current teacher, professor, educator, or mentor to thank them. Give at least 1 compliment today, but aim to give 3. Send an e-card to someone you love or appreciate. I try to make these so that they're applicable to people who maybe are limited to online or virtual spaces. So yeah, that's something I keep in mind. Affirmations: my value is not based on my productivity. I'm unique, I'm worthy, there's no one in the world like me. Take a deep breath and try all over again. Just keep moving forward. Dear me, I deserve all good things. I'm powerful, I accept myself, it'll all be okay. I'm strong, I will achieve my goals and dreams, I can do it. Wow, that made me feel so good, just ridiculous. Okay, journaling. So like today's was a life playlist. Yesterday's was a forgiveness letter. The one before was summarize your life story in 5 sentences. The one before that was We're Not Really Strangers, introspective journal prompt. Check-in, which I'm not going to do on here, but I will post once I hang up. Yep, just checking in. And then games, this is the text chat for when we are in VC doing our game nights. Then we have our resources, and resources is obviously just starting out. I don't fully know what it's supposed to be, but what it is for now is a master list of helpful resources. And so what I have are like crisis lines, Okay, Villain Survivor is what I showed you earlier, which is my Survivor game. And so this one is a wide variety of crisis lines, and warm lines, if you're familiar with warm lines, which are if you don't feel that your situation is a crisis, but it's something that you still want to talk about, same thing, you can text or call. So this is just a list of those that I've compiled. And then this is a bunch of literally like resources for a bunch of different situations, like ranging from anxiety to like legal to like financial and abortion, like a bunch of different things. And then mental health resources from Positivitea. Some of you may like remember me from like going semi-viral in like a few like therapy networking groups on Facebook, because I created this and it got so out of control. And so now there's like over thousands of resources that are free, that are therapy resources in this. And you can have them. I don't care. I'm not a fan of capitalism or gatekeeping. So enjoy. This is something that we created after, like new. I'm Geek in Therapy Remix is my attempt at relating to the youth, and my BF said that he does this thing. It's a song. It's like, I'm on a whole nother level. I'm geeking. Oh my God, if any teenagers are watching this, they're gonna like freaking laugh at me. But so I tried to make it relatable. Rambles from therapists. Yeah, it's just basically like this. Emily utilizes video games in pronoun check, sorry, in her therapy. So she wanted to discuss that. And so that's why I created this. Last thing I want to do, okay, this is obviously like my personal Discord account, so keep that in mind. Yeah, like this is just, I want to show you like what it will look like. Yeah, so this is kind of the tour. I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. I am, it's Ashley on Discord, so you can just send me a message. Bye.